Hey YouTube, I normally don't do this. I save an in-depth review of a team for the MVPs on Patreon. But I'm going to do this one for free. It's a group of 5 team anyways, and lately I've only been doing the Power 4 teams. But I do want to sit here and talk about Colorado State for a second. Okay, Colorado State plays in the Mountain West. I think going into next season, Colorado State's offense will be top 3 in the Mountain West. I really feel that way. I know Boise State's a favorite and everybody's talking about them, and maybe some other team in the Mountain West might be worth talking about. But if you ask me, for the pieces in place, Colorado State's offense is loaded. I want you to think of Nevada back when they had Carson Strong, right? Back when they had amazing players, amazing skill players. Even Torrey Horton was there, right? They had a number of wide receivers that were just so great. And when you watch that offense, it was beautiful. So now we get to Colorado State, and Jay Norvell moves over. It brings over a bunch of players and a bunch of things, and they're building. And then you see something like this. Justus Ross-Simmons jumps in the portal. And I saw a lot of people writing, oh, my God, the writing's on the wall. He's out of here, this, that, or the other. You know, Colorado State's going to suck. They're losing all their receivers. And if you go look at their statistics, you start seeing something like Dallin Holker went to the NFL. It's a BYU transfer, goes to the NFL. Justus Ross-Simmons just hit the portal. Lewis Brown already hit the portal. This is a great young talent from California going to San Diego State, so he's gone. But they still have Dylan Goffney here. He's an SMU transfer. But guys, when I tell you I've looked at Colorado State and I've looked at their wide receivers, and they're loaded. They're loaded at wide receiver. They're not worried about a damn thing. Okay? I'm going to teach you guys something. There's a kid. His name is Caleb Goody. And last year, Caleb Goody had 1 reception for -1 yards. Looks terrible. He's a freshman. He's learning. 1 reception for -1 yards. When I tell you this kid pops on tape and looks like a player, Caleb Goody's going to have 40 receptions this year. It's just the way I feel about him. I could be wrong. I'm not wrong all that often. I do a ton of I Am Right videos. Go check the playlist on TikTok. But I'm telling you, when I look at film and I assess players, Caleb Goody pops. Just needs a chance. You think, yes, and let me tell you something to you. When you lose your second and third leading receiver, right here, your second and third wide receiver, your second, third, and fourth leading receiving options, if you include the tight end. I see it, guys, and I know 45, 47, all this stuff. Man, I had a call coming in. The amount of productivity they have and continuity is insane. Colorado State, Braden Fowler-Nicolosi coming back. So BFN's coming back. This was a true freshman quarterback balling out of control, right? He is a friend of the channel. I do talk to his father often. I talk to this young man. I've made videos about him in the past. This is a 3,000-yard passer. Yes, too many interceptions. Got to cut it in half, at least. But a 3,400-yard passer his first year as the starter. And it doesn't hurt. You have Torrey Horton, who's an NFL wide receiver, decided to come back. Decided to get bigger, stronger, and faster. But we're talking about a kid. Torrey Horton's going to have over 100 receptions this year. Barring injury, right? 100 receptions, probably 1,400 yards receiving, and double-digit touchdowns. This kid's going to be a problem. So you got Torrey Horton, and Rico, he can't do it all by himself. He doesn't have to. Donovan Ollie just transferred in. You don't know Donovan Ollie. You guys don't pay attention. When you start looking at the transfers, and you see Donovan Ollie right here, and it says he's coming in from Cincinnati. He never played for Cincinnati, not that I know of. I think he was deemed ineligible. But this is a Pac-12 wide receiver. He was with Cam Ward at Washington State. And he was one of the better wide receivers on Washington State 2 years ago. So he tried to cash in on that move to Cincinnati, and it didn't work out. But now he's at Colorado State. This is not a problem right here. This is a proven commodity. Donovan Ollie will be one of the top wide receivers. There's wide receivers not even on this list that I believe in. I actually wrote notes. I'm gonna go check my notes real quick. Oh my God. Jordan Ross, Landon Bell. Young, talented wide receivers. I went and looked at the tape. I sat down and studied these kids. Their leading rusher is a former walk-on. He's a walk-on. Van Shield, he's a walk-on. Everybody's back. What are we doing? I think they're good. Offensively, they're great. So please, stop with the narrative that they're falling off. Stop with the narrative they're going to be terrible next year. It's not true. One of the top 3 offenses in the Mountain West, and they have wide receivers for days. For days. You'll see. And it's going to be a problem. Now, not a lot of them are speed demons. They're 4'6" guys that win jump balls, but they have wide receivers for days. I promise you. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows.